This is our 2005 GMC Savana 3500. Low miles with AC and cruise control. This is me taking a sticker off the back from the dealership. This is when we brought it home. The van also came with a tow package, which we can use for hauling our bikes or other future uses. This is Van Build 1.0. It's a low budget, quick way to take our van out and have an adventure. One of the first things we did is we went out and made multiple copies of the keys. We purchased some low-cost camping pads that we use for the top of our platform bed. Here I am building the bed frame, which expands the whole width of the back of the van. My wife cut 2x4s to fill in the rest of the bed frame. She did cut one board too short by an inch, but it's okay. Mistakes happen. It was an easy fix. My wife found this bed to be awesome and comfortable. I found it to be kind of short and crowded. I'm 6'1". We found this desk in our neighborhood at free on the side of the road, and it happened to fit perfectly right next to our bed, and our cooler slid underneath it just perfect. I secured the cooler in with a bungee cord to make sure it didn't slide around. Here is the pantry slash utility closet I built. I just took an old tapestry and cut up and put over the door panels. That way you didn't see the cheap OSB plywood that I used to make the doors. It was starting to come together. These images are of me trying to configure how I'm going to build my gravity-fed cheap sink. It's a 7-gallon jug with a bowl and a food-grade white bucket. Here is the completed sink. There's a hole cut in the bottom of the bowl, and attached is the cheap drain, which goes right in the top of the bucket. There's a cork stopper, which will help prevent any of the gases leaking back up and water from splashing up in the bowl. I mounted a mirror on a partition to help block the holes from any light coming through. It also folded down into a nice table, which we used for multiple things. Here is our toilet. I modified the seat, that way we can use a screw-on lid just in case if we had to travel long distances or periods of time with our waste and we didn't want to worry about the smell. We use odorless, lightweight cat litter. This is what we use for charging our electronics, our computer, and our cell phones. Here are our remote-controlled battery-operated lights, which we use for the van. This is our only form of heat, our Mr. Buddy heater. Since we didn't have any insulation in the van, this thing came in very handy. I had some old shelving left over from our house, and I installed it into our van. That way it can hold small objects like our bear spray, clothes, or whatnots. I built a step for our van to get in and out that we also use for cooking on. We stored our step between the two seats. Our dog was able to use the step to stare out the windshield. She'd like to be just like one of us. This low budget build made our van very stealthy. You would never would guess that there was 2 people and a dog sleeping in this van. We did put up a blackout curtain for privacy, which also helped block out some of the sunlight from coming into the van. The Mr. Buddy heater came in very handy. Some nights it dropped below freezing. A lot of blankets helped too, considering we had no insulation in the van whatsoever. Overall, our Van Build 1.0 was able to provide us a safe, dry, warm place to sleep. We had water that we were able to use to clean and drink from, and we had a toilet. All on a low budget was not too bad.
Oh, I forgot all this. Oh yeah, then we took it home. We were ready to strip that baby out. So we took everything we worked so hard to do, stripped it all out, including the ceiling, the sides, the floor mat, The jack, all that came out, which was nice because it was all just full of armor all and really slippery anyway, so we needed to get it all out of there. 2 really nice mats came with it. Nice rubber mat with some padding. Was able to sell those on Craigslist, which is nice. Took all the door covers off as well. No hits for that on Craigslist. Ended up having to take it to the dump, unfortunately. Here we're taking that partition out. No one really wanted that either, or the ceiling. Did find someone who wanted these sides there for their van, so that was cool. Less stuff to take to the dump. There it is, all cleaned out, ready to go for Van Build 2.0.